I think radicalism is absolutely necessary to get any change in the world. Nothing changes without radical, movement. You need forces.
What's radical for me, it doesn't have to be radical for you, or for my mom it could be really radical, or
My first memory of life when I was 2 years old was homophobia. And so everything started from this point on.
I grew up being heavily indoctrinated, pretty extremist. My parents believed in what the Bible said, that it was better to stone your child to death than to let them be rebellious, because they would infect the rest of your children. My parents didn't let us go to school because the public school would corrupt us. And so when I was 13 years old, I could read because a neighbor taught me, and I could add and subtract, and that was it. And when I was looking around at 13 years old and realizing this is all I know how to do, I told my parents that if they didn't send me to school, I was going to call the police. They did not like that. I'm the first in my family to graduate high school.
The only safe space for me was in my religion, and then was the only safe space. But the rest, my whole life in Brazil was super aggressive. It was violence every day, physical violence, symbolic violence, and the whole kind of violence. So for me, it's easy to understand what kind of violence I have to deal here in Europe.
Me, I just left Bosnia and came to Vienna in one moment, and it felt kind of a small failure to me because I kind of ran away. If I was sure that these threats or these things that were happening to me would change something, I would stay. But I was sure, many before me, that if I don't know, get hurt or die, that it's gonna change much. It's gonna be just me being hurt or dead. I don't know.
This train of white supremacy and patriarchy is so strong and powerful, and it's moving fast. So you need a force that's going to stop that. Hey, I'm not going to feed it to you on this cushy pillow. I'm just going to tell you that's what it is. Hey, look, that's shit. Don't step in it.
I transform shit in power. This is not so common here in Europe because you are separated. You categorize everything and to say what you are and if you have rights to live or not. And the most dangerous knowledge as well, the knowledge that kill more people and are killing more people through the centuries. Because what is anthropology? Anthropology was a kind of weapon to kill cultures, the different cultures, without a war. You have to go there. Yeah. You have to be friends, no?
Yeah.
You have to make friends there and to be peace and love with everybody, to learn and the language and so on, so on, so on. So in anthropology you have this kind of shit. You never connect the theory with your body. It's you have theory here, you have the body here. They are not connected. And this is anti-colonial. When we connect both, when you embody the theory, you are so strong. I love it because it's so easy to catch them.
Yeah, come on, I mean, it's 21st century, I don't have to prove anything to you or to, I don't know, give a massage of your back so you can let me stay in your country, It's That's not how it works. This is a planet Earth. Come on.
Why I dance samba? Because the people said, "Are you from Brazil? Oh, okay, you dance samba, right?" Like, no, I don't dance samba. I don't like samba. I don't dance samba. I hate capoeira. Do you know why? Everything. When I make samba, I have to be like beautiful. Do you know, like. This is the colonial fantasy. Do you know? I'm not free of your judgment.
Comece a me chupar. Metendo pra lá e pra cá. Comece a me chupar, comece a me chupar. Depois come o meu piscinho só pra me fazer gozar. Comece a me chupar, comece a me chupar.
After my bachelor, I started to read about queer theory, and I say, fuck, do you know, so I was doing something like this, because queer is not only about gender, it's about everything, structures of power.
For me, it was radical at the moment to get married. And I had a really huge dilemma about it in my head, because what that means then, that I failed in every kind of queer activism that I did before, or was it a failure, or was it like just a new, I don't know, picture in my life, and then actually I thought a lot about it, and then I realized that like if you try to define queer, you cannot really define it. And I don't know what is marriage actually, and I don't only know that for my relationship it has its own rules and its own universe, sorry. And yeah, it's what I make out of it. So if it's queer and radical to be married for me, then it is.
For sure, the food is really radical, because if you don't have food, you don't get food, you can't fight, no, you can't think. And I learned a concept about sharing in another way, in another level, no? Like what you have to learn here through theories, for example, the left movement and so on. I learned it because it was my life. You know, like it was my day life. When you have for one side people that have the privilege to choose, you know, to learn about sharing or not, we don't have. You know, you have to share.
It's reality, and again, if like those of us who are aware of it aren't doing it, who the fuck's gonna do it?
I just think that there are just different opinions from different people from different backgrounds and different focuses in their life. And radical, I don't know what's really radical about me. I still don't get it, but yeah, maybe just I would say radicalism is maybe trying to change things. I would put it like that. And if that's really what radicalism is, then aren't everybody radical somehow? It's the wind, probably.
Man hört sogar die Mädchen in der Polizei sprechen.
Cool background.
Now imagine what the police can actually